All right, here we go. Season 2, episode 16 of SVU Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Connor Shank. Ready to break down some sports this week. Jake Shank is not with me today. SVU alum, co-host for SVU Sports. So a lot of exciting action this week, and welcome back to those of you who have joined us before, and thanks for joining us. For those who have not, this is your first time, and Really Nice Timber Media is here. It's an outlet that supports student athletes and showcases student athletes at Southern Virginia University. So in this sports weekly recap, we just go over the athletes, some great accomplishments, scores, a lot of things revolving around the athletes and sports. So this past week, we released an interview with Aisha Foster. So check that out. It's on our YouTube, on Instagram pages. Dives into how she got to SVU, why she chose SVU, great things about SVU, all that good stuff. So make sure to check that out. And we had 14 events this past week. Overall, the Knights were 7-3, 7 wins, 3 losses in total. And then obviously track and field competing to round out the events there. So we'll start off with arguably the hottest basketball team on the hottest streak, longest winning streak in the country right now, the women's basketball team. They are on a 17-game winning streak, which is a school program record. So congrats to them. And they had an early week victory against Salem, winning 81-48, where Addison Newman scored a team high 17 points. Abigail Snyder had 13 points, 8 rebounds. Aisha Foster added 11 points. Alyssa Wayland led the team in steals with 4, along with 5 points. Maria Savoon scored 8 points there, and along to their second game of the week, where 12 Knights scored in this game. So great overall team performance. Defense stifling again, keeping Meredith under 30 points in a victory 71-29. So the defense is just absolutely astounding this year, obviously with the offense. But Abigail Snyder scored a team high 22 points. Camilla Norton scored a season high 9 points. We had Marie Savoon again scoring 8 points. Ruth Kempler added 7 points, 5 rebounds. Taylor Hoop scored 6 points and 7 rebounds. So the Lady Knights are now 19-2 overall with a 13-0 conference record, which is obviously atop the USA South Conference with a few games left to go into the tournament. And like I said, if you want a little behind the scenes of the women's basketball team, kind of how they're so dominant, make sure to check out that episode we had with Miss Foster this past week. And now on to men's basketball, where they had a win versus Greensboro, 90-70. Top performers are Eli Bosted with a team high 27 points. Tillman Johnson led the team in rebounds and assists with 8 rebounds and 6 assists, along with 16 points. Christian Good with a season high 18 points there. Tyler Karchner added 10 and 5 rebounds. DJ Green with 9 points. And then they traveled to Pfeiffer, where they came up short 72-100. Well, Tillman Johnson scored a season high 21 points. We had Hiram McConkey also scored a season high in points with 12. DJ Green adding 9 points, 7 rebounds. Christian Good with 9 points there. So the Knights are still in first place in the USA South Conference with an overall 18-4 record on the season. Now with another team that is absolutely steamrolling people, the men's volleyball team continue their dominant streak, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 in all matches they went this week. First one against Drew University. Christian Schaefer with 11 kills. Jeremy Brown, shout out Jeremy Brown, came on our show a few weeks ago. Check out that episode, 2 aces. Curtis Stone had 7 blocks, which I believe is a season high. Garrett Tolman had 16 assists. Justin Madsen had 8 digs. Then on to Wilkes University, where they won 3-0. Christian Schaefer again with 15 kills led the team, and that's a season high, along with Samuel Candlin with a season high in aces with 4. Garrett Tolman had 36 assists. Samuel and Christian both had season high 7 digs as well in that game. Then to close out against Widener University, Schaefer led the team in kills again with 12. Isaac Carrillo had a season high 4 aces, Garrett Tolman with 26 assists, and then Samuel Candlin with 5 digs. So the Knights are now 9-0 in the season, 2-0 in conference play, and keeping that strong pace up. As many of you who listened to the Jeremy Brown interview, he went in deep on who they're doing it for, why they're doing it, how they're the way their season ended last year, how they came back for more, and they're playing real well, to say the least. Now on to men's wrestling, who had 2 matches this week, losing both of those matches. The first versus Roanoke in that duel, and then versus Ferrum. In the Ferrum duel, Tyson Hoops came out with a pin. So congrats to him on that. Strong performance. No women's wrestling this week. Then now on to men's lacrosse, where you had 10 Knights scoring in this victory against Tennessee Wesleyan. Overall 17-5 victory. Tyson Mowry led the team in goals with 4. Clay Hack scored 3 goals. Peyton Merwin and Garrett Zollinger both scored 2. Then you had Cannon Anverd led the team in ground balls with 8 and also scored a goal. So now the Knights are 2-0 for the first time since the 2019 season. So let's keep that rolling. Then nothing in the pool with men's and women's swimming. Onto track and field, you had Zeke Newman run the 400 meters in 49.94. Isaac Armstrong ran it in 53.27. You had Trey Mraz run the 800 meter in 2:19. Brandon Bowman ran the 1,000 meter in 2.4479. Joseph Hughes ran the 3,000 meter in 8.53. And then Alex Sylvester, I believe he was seventh in this, hit the 4.4 mark in a pole vault. And then down to women's track and field, both of them competed in the Liberty Open this past week. Soraya Mahmood came in first in the long jump with a mark of 4.76. Elise Curtis ran the 200 meter in 28.56. Flo Torres ran the 400 meter in 1.03. Izzy Wiley ran the 800 meter in 2.35. Emily Hale ran the 1,000 meter in 3.26. Bailey Red ran the 3,000 meter in 10.26. And obviously a lot of other great performances, just highlighting a few there that came across our screen. So a lot of great victories, great things happened this past week. So shout out to, all those great performances. It's a lot of fun to kind of go through those and, see all the good things that that the Knights are doing. And then speaking of good things the Knights are doing, along with Player of the Weeks. So this week, Player of the Weeks, like I said, we like all the the voters that are coming through. It's fun to see, fun to have. So we have first things first, we have Christian Good, sophomore from Roanoke, Virginia, and he had season high in several categories this week, just to name a few. So he had a season high in points, he had a season high in 3 points made, season high in assists, and in minutes, averaging over 13.5 points this week. So congrats to Christian there, great strong performance, love to see it. And then we had Miss Soraya Mahmood from Columbus, Ohio. She came in first place in the Liberty Open in the pole vault lower section, and then shot put, she came in 12th in that Liberty indoor competition. So congrats to both Knights there. A lot of great success and good stuff. So to go on to the upcoming games this week, we have Monday, no action, beach volleyball, which, shout out any beach volleyball players. Love to have you on the show. Give us a showcase. I believe this is the inaugural season, first season ever. Could be wrong, but I think that's right. So that'd be fun to kind of have someone on. So shout out, hit us up. We'll get you on before Tuesday, hopefully. So beach volleyball at St. Andrews, women's basketball at Bridgewater, men's lacrosse at Stockton. That's Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, men's and women's swimming is in the pool at the Independent South Championship. Friday, you have beach volleyball at the Florida State College and at Lynchburg. Men's volleyballs at Stevenson on Friday. Saturday, jam-packed slate. We have baseball. First pitch, they're against, that is Mid-Atlantic Christian rather. Men's and women's track and field is at Salem. Men's wrestling is at the ODAC tournament. Women's basketball is at Methodist. Men's basketball is at NC Wesleyan. Beach volleyball has Lynchburg and Carson Newman University as well. So that's wrapping up this week's SVU Sports Weekly. We appreciate you joining the show and hope you enjoyed it and got a closer look at the SVU town. So make sure to like and subscribe on our pages of Instagram, X. For any of you who follow us on X, we tweet more like updates and things like that there, and also the sports stuff, really, to be honest. A lot of our interviews and collaborations are coming up. We're excited for those on YouTube and things. So follow there. And we also have a newsletter for those who, kind of want a quick summary where we break down the interviews, the games, etc. Just more content. So feel free to let us know how we can be better and how you would like your, Knights media kind of information, how we can kind of get that out better and showcase the talent that's at SVU with, 17-game winning streak with the women's, the men's are 18-4, basketball. We have the #1 volleyball team. So a lot of great talents coming out of Southern Virginia from all over the country. So like I said, make sure to like and subscribe, share it with your fans, friends, and whoever. And we'll see you guys next week.